My friends, you're going to be dealing with one excited dude in this review, because today we're going to be looking at a slingshot I've been wanting to have for the longest time. We're going to be looking at the Scout LT Pro. Stick around. It is a beautiful 75-degree day here in Virginia, no humidity whatsoever, and you don't know how excited I was to see the mailman show up today, because I've been waiting on a bed of nails for this slingshot. A while back I did a little experiment. I was thinking about building a video around that experiment, but I decided not to, just because I've already got so much content out on the Scout Slingshot series. What I was doing with that experiment was looking at the Scout XT, LT, and the X to examine the primary benefits and the primary disadvantages. And what it all came down to for me was the fact that I believed the Scout LT was the most practical and best of the three, even though you know from watching my channel that I have a strong emotional draw toward the Scout XT being the original. And you know I like the Scout X because it's got a lot of great features. But when I thought about the practical aspects of all of the slingshots, and the one that I seem to be referring everybody to all the time, it's the Scout LT. And this was the data that I used to decide which Pro model I was going to get. So I went with the Scout LT Pro. This is the package that you get it in when you order one. And I decided to go with the beautiful cranberry black color scheme. As you know, Simpleshot will never shortchange you on getting good bands. You get two band sets here, 0.7 millimeter thick bands. You get this little tag that says Pro, and you get the Flip Clip X for the Scout with these screw-on bands. Man, I'm really excited about these. You want to talk about easy and practical. I paid $100 for this slingshot, and the first thing that came to my mind when I opened it up and held it in my hand is, it's worth every penny. It's just like that in life. You find something that you love, you want to get the best version of it. And that's what I love so much about Simpleshot, is they take something that is very simple and they give you a million ways to celebrate it. When you put the flip clip scales on it, this thing weighs 7.5 ounces. So it's super solid and will probably help you shoot better. You can find the rest of the specs on the site. I got some wise advice from a subscriber one time that said, there's no need to bore your audience with a bunch of specs that they can go out and look at for themselves. Just start talking about the advantages and the disadvantages of something. I felt like that was great advice. But you know what? There's no disadvantages with the Scout LT Pro. I've talked about how much I love it. You've seen how beautiful it is. Let's bypass all of this stuff and get out here and shoot it. I'm gonna get this thing banded up and we're gonna start knocking down some targets. I wanna show you this as well. Even though it comes with this type of band setup, it still comes with a set of flathead screws as well if you prefer that. So it's just a win-win. Really easy installation here. Just take the end of it, slide it in between this groove and tighten it down. Take a look at that banded up beauty right there. It's time to shoot. Gonna be out here shooting some clay ammo. Let's get the party started with a coffee can. Coffee cup, I mean. And while I'm at it, I want to give a shout out to Tim Henry, who scored first place at the East Coast Slingshot Tournament this past weekend. You can check him out here on YouTube. But I also want to give an honorable mention to Chuck and Steel, who scored second place. And if you're not subscribed to Tim Henry or Chuck and Steel, make sure you do that. Let's go for some small stuff. I want to take a shot at another one of my remote spots. Look at that random spinner I got between them two trees down here at the creek. Man, we're ready to go all the time. Life is good, my friends. Let's knock the rock off the end of this limb. You know, I love this sport for the same reasons that probably all of you do. It's peaceful, simplistic, challenging, always new frames to explore, always new adventures to explore. And I will tell you, I am most definitely a Simpleshot man. I've loved that brand from the beginning. Simpleshot's the reason why I got into shooting slingshots. And I've never spent this much on a frame, but I've never been more happy to have spent the money to get this. I shoot great with my regular Scout LT. I shoot even better with this. Have you purchased the Pro Series version of your favorite frame? Yours might be the Torque. Maybe it's the Scout X. I would strongly encourage you to do so. As always, I will drop a link in the description for you to go out and check out the Pro Series for each frame. They've got some really good stuff out there. Price ranges from, $80 to $120, just whatever frame you like. I think you will be very pleased with it if you choose to order one. Is it a novelty? Absolutely. But does it have attributes that the other frames don't have? Absolutely. To all my slingers out there, I want to thank you for your support. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you have the Pro Series and you enjoy shooting it, I'd love to hear about your experience. Thanks for watching. Take care.